Hello, welcome back, and good morning. My name is Dallin Anderson, and in today's video on high altitude investing, I am going to be updating you guys on Bitcoin SV as requested by my viewers, as well as running over Ethereum Classic because I wanted to talk about this one, and Bitcoin because I wanted to talk a little bit about this one as well. But mainly, we're going to be going over these three coins in the bigger time frame and talking about kind of why this price action that we're seeing today and what we've seen over the past few days as we've failed support on BSV and tested support on ETC and came back down to support on BTC. I want you guys to understand that this is not a time to be shaken out of the market or be extremely fearful, but rather this is a great opportunity for us as traders and investors. So make sure that you hit that like button for me right now, and also hit that subscribe button for me with a notification bell, because as you guys know, I am dedicated to uploading 5 days a week all through 2020 to keep you guys posted and updated in the markets. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video, and let's get straight into the analysis here. I'm going to start with Bitcoin SV because personally this is one that I'm very invested in and watching, and it's something that I am personally tracking very closely, and also there's a lot of my viewers that are tracking this one closely because I mentioned it before we had this move, this 3-wave. I was buying in the 2-wave and I was expecting a 3-wave. And so to see this ABC correction after a 3-wave does not scare me in any way whatsoever. We also have our trend-based fib extensions, and so you guys can see that our 3-wave went between the 3618 and the 4618. So yes, it did overextend past the minimum target of the 1618 quite significantly, but it didn't go to like the 7618, so we don't have any reason to believe that this is the 5th wave of the market. And then we can also go from this low to this peak and then back down to here. And for us to get a 1-to-1 extension, meaning that the 5th wave would be the same size as the 3-wave, we would go to $568. So I'm still expecting a 5th wave. This support zone right here is very strong. It's also in between the 50% and the 618. We are making some type of ABC structure. It's very ABC structure right here, and if we zoom into the smaller time frame, it wouldn't surprise me if we are getting a bounce right now to go test some of this resistance in the shorter time frame. But really, as long as this support holds, as long as we can stay in this green zone above the major resistance where we are still in price discovery and we are still well above our accumulation range, it's not going to look as good if we get very deep into here. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we drop even down a little bit into it and test the actual 786 or 618 fib extension, but that just means that we had a really deep 3-wave retracement, which isn't very typical. It's possible, but it's not very typical of a 3-wave. So what would be a little bit healthier and more typical of a 3-wave is if we can hold support above this zone right here. And that way we don't get a super deep retracement in the 3-wave, and we don't get too close to the top of that 1-wave. Now, technically, according to Elliott wave theory rules, this 1-wave right here, we can actually retrace all the way down to that 1-wave and reverse, but it just would be a lot of, like I said, a lot of retracement inside of the 3-wave. It's not very typical or very common. So that's kind of what I want to see in BSV, is for us to hold support. I'm still very bullish on it. I don't have any reason to believe that this is the end, or that it's just going to go like this and start going like this to new all-time lows or anything like that. I'm still seeing this as a lot of bullish structure in the market. It should follow along with the rest of the market, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, which means as long as money is flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum Classic and all of those altcoins, then BSV is going to see money going into it as well. Basically, Bitcoin is the main one. Bitcoin is the mothership. So as long as money keeps going inside of Bitcoin, as long as we keep seeing upward trending movement occur, then we are likely to see that also occur in Bitcoin SV, because Bitcoin will carry the entire market. So that's my Bitcoin SV analysis. You guys, my long-term targets have not changed at all of 1100 per BSV. I am just mapping out these shorter time frame Elliott waves so I don't panic sell in a 3-wave to a 4-wave or anything like that. I stay in the market, I stay profitable, and I ride the whole cycle. So I don't necessarily map these Elliott waves because I'm shorting. I don't short this B wave down to the C, but I just want to map them out so that I don't panic sell at the bottom of the C. If anything, I see this as an opportunity to potentially buy or add to my positions. And so that's why I wanted to update you guys on the Elliott waves today. And also that's why I don't trade these Elliots on the shorter time frames, because I'm after that big move, the bigger Elliott cycle. I just map them out so that I don't let my emotions control my trading decisions in smaller time frames. Because even though I know that my bigger picture target is way up here, sometimes if you don't understand that, let's pull this down a little bit and put it exactly where it is. Sometimes if you don't understand that your bigger picture target is over here, that there's going to be lots of price action in between you reaching that target, lots of ups and downs and shakeouts and fearful moments and red candles. It's mainly going to be trending up, but there's going to be lots of fear. Then sometimes, you know, you might sell in after the 5th wave of the ABC before you get all the way to your target, or you might sell right here from a 3 to the 4 before you get all the way to your target. It just gets you out of the market too early. And so that's why it's useful to map your Elliott so that you don't get stuck in that fear. You stick to your target all the way through and keep watching what you're expecting in price action. Okay, so that's BSV. Now I'm going to run over ETC. This is zoomed in on ETC. Really, we do have a pretty big cycle on ETC from clear back here that I'm not really even looking at in this chart, but we don't really need to because I already have the Elliott waves mapped out of this cycle. If you go to the log chart, you can see it very easily. This is a 1-2 wave. This is a 3-4 and a 5th wave. You can see how small 1 waves are. So that's why it doesn't surprise me at all that our 3-wave extended all the way to the 5-6-1-8 over in BSV. See this? 1, 2. See how the 3-wave extended all the way to the 4-6-1-8, actually, not the 5-6-1-8. And then over here in ETC, we can take that same tool, and you can see just how impulsive 3 waves can be sometimes. Let's draw this here. See, this 3-wave went even past the 4-6-1-8 and the 5-6-1-8. That's probably more like the 7-6-1-8. I'm not sure because I don't have it on the thing. We can actually add it by double clicking. 7.618. Yeah, that's closer to the 7. Let's see if it's 8.618. Yeah, that's pretty much the 8.618. So it's 8 times bigger than the first leg and 0.618 on top of that. So it's 8.618 bigger than the first leg in the market, the 1 wave. And then we have this ABC correction. And that's what takes us to these smaller Elliott cycles, these mini cycles that I'm mapping out right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, on the big picture, we already know what's going on in ETC. This is a little 1-2 wave, and we're working on a big 3-4-5 wave. But let's just look at the Elliott count in these smaller cycles. So very first, we have a leg up in the market, also known as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. And then we have a corrective wave in the market, ABC down, very typical of a first cycle. And then we create the first wave inside of the 3-wave. So that's why this one is so impulsive directly up, because we're making 3-wave structure. And then we make an ABC back down. So again, there's an impulse up, and again, we have an impulse down. Now I'm watching really between the 6-1-8 and the 50% for us to hold support and start our next wave, which means if we zoom out here on ETC, that means that this is structure like this. We have a 1, 2, and we're waiting for a 3-wave in the market. Let me just, there we go. We're waiting for a 3-wave in the market. And the reason for the 3-wave that we're expecting is because this right here, you guys, is all part of, like I said, a 1, 2. And so this means that we're making a big picture 3, 4, 5. And as you guys know, if there's Elliots inside of this one wave, if we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C down in between the 1 and the 2 wave, this impulse up and this impulse down, then what is there going to be? There's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the 2 wave up to the 3 wave and an impulse back down. And so because of that Elliott wave theory, we understand that there's a 3 wave in the market, and we can see all of this shorter term price action, these little moves, this up and this down move, as opportunity for the 3 wave. It's really just providing opportunity for us to get in on the 3 wave, get in on some panic before we continuate on that 3 wave. So yeah, I'm expecting 3 wave in the market. This is the 1 wave of the 3 wave, and we're likely to make a 3 of the 3 soon, which is very impulsive and profitable. A 3 of the 3 is usually the biggest, most impulsive wave, unless you get an extended 5th after that. But this 3 of the 3 is usually the biggest. So we can expect it to probably take us well above $13 into like 23, 24, 25. It wouldn't surprise me at all on that 3 wave. All right, now with Bitcoin. So that's ETC, you guys. I'm expecting a 3 wave. This is a great panic dip buy, and I really think this is an amazing opportunity rather than a place to be fearful in the market. Now let's look at Bitcoin. The main reason I want to update you guys on Bitcoin is just because sometimes it's the same thing with these altcoins. You might see a red candle in Bitcoin like the little ones that we saw over here, which, by the way, when you zoom out, look like literally nothing. They were just the teeniest little red candles, nothing to be afraid of. And I just wanted to point out that we had this same structure last time we broke out of our bear market. So this was our 1-year bear market from 2014 to 2015. And then this is when we break out of our bear market after about a year. Then we see an impulsive breakout pattern. After that breakout, we see a corrective move, just like what we saw right here, corrective move back down to 300. And then we see an impulse and another corrective move, and then accumulation and a breakout. So if that same thing is occurring, then we've already gotten that breakout after the 1-year bear market. So here's our 1-year bear market. Here's our breakout afterwards, just like this breakout right here. And then here's our correction after that breakout. Just like this correction right here. See that? See how we have the correction after the breakout and then this correction after the breakout? This one's a little bit wider, but it's that same kind of corrective move back down. And then we get that impulse up and then a retest of support. So this is the impulse up and the retest of support, accumulation, breakout. So impulse up, retest of support, accumulation, breakout is what I'm expecting in Bitcoin. So really, you know, we just want to see the support hold, specifically the support of 6,500. But even more so, it would be nice to see 8,300 hold in Bitcoin. And if we can get that range kind of to hold, I expect us to kind of accumulate and start to break out again and continuate on our uptrend in the same way that we did after we broke out of a 1-year bear market last time. So Bitcoin is looking really good. No reason to be fearful. I wanted to just point out that little fractal to you guys right here and let you know that I have no reason to be ultra bearish on Bitcoin. And again, you guys, I see this as opportunity in the markets. So make sure that you guys check out Bitcoin SV, ETC, and BTC. I think that they're great opportunities right now in the market to be purchasing these coins. And I'm very happy for everybody that did get into BSV and made all that money on the 3 wave. And you guys, I don't think that it's over. I don't think that this is the end of your profits. We're just doing a little short-term correction so we can continue with our Elliott cycles. And same with ETC, you guys. This is falling back down onto support in a 1 of the 3 wave. So again, this is a 3-wave, and we're making the one of the 3-wave. This is all a big 3-wave, and so we got to make the one of the 3-wave there. And with Bitcoin, I see a fractal breakout pattern, the same as the last time we broke out of a 1-year bear market. We saw a parabolic rise, reclaim of support, another bounce up after that, and another reclaim of support, accumulation, and a breakout. And that's kind of just what I want to see happen here in Bitcoin, and what I expect to see happening here in Bitcoin. The only thing that would make me weary of that, like I said, is if support fails is 6,500. That's our swing low that I'm really watching closely. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you learned something. Make sure that you comment down below where you're tuning in from, as well as any questions that you might have about the video, and email me in my email address in the description box below. Or message me on Discord so you guys can get in on the VIP as well. I'm closing that off to the public from purchasing, so you guys will have to get a hold of me directly to do so. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in today's video. I will see you probably on Saturday when we record the podcast, the Moon Boy podcast, on Fridays, but usually it isn't uploaded until Saturday, so make sure that you guys watch for that. But either way, it has been another amazing week, keeping you guys posted in the crypto markets, and I will see you guys in my next video. As always, stay profitable out there.